Hello all. In this session, we will understand the other way of the descriptive analytics. In the first way, we understood about the frequency distribution. We are going to understand the other approach in this session. The other approach is measures of central tendency. What is central tendency? When you collected a data set, where exactly this data set is being originated. In the middle, I would say, what is the center point? There are various ways to understand a central point. There are various measures to define a central point. Okay, simple thing is mean. There are several ways. The first one is mean, second one is median, and the third one is mode. But before we start, this is another way around. The first way will tell you how frequently a data point repeats. Second way will tell you in a given data set where exactly what is the middle point where all the data items are being originated. Right? That is what exactly is the measure of the central tendency. There are three approaches. First one is the mean, second one is the median, and the third one is the mode. What does the mean? It's an average value. In a data set, it's an average value. Simple. Total divided by, sum divided by total number of data points will give you the average. Second one is median, the middle value in the ordered data set. When you collected the data set, it is not in a specific order, neither in ascending nor in descending. When you collect a raw edges, for an example, you collected the edges. These edges are distributed. Okay, these edges are not adjusted, rather not ordered in a meaningful way. But what is the mean? What is the median? In median, we are going to order it. Initially, before you apply median technique, you should be able to order the data set either in ascending or descending. Right then, the middle point will be the median. And the third one is mode. We are going to understand mode in some time. Most frequently occurring value in a data set. What is the example? The first one is the mean. What is the mean? A teacher records the test scores of 5 students, 70, 85, 90, 95, 100. Needless to say, mean is 88. This is the simplest thing that one can understand. What does it mean? The average. The average of 70, 85, 90, 95, 100 divided by 5 is equal to 88. This will give you the average score of a student. This is important in the educational institutions to identify the mean of a student. Right? This is one aspect of identifying central point of a data set. Second one is median. What is the median? Let us take the same scores, 70, 85, 90, 95 and 100. Okay, the scores ordered from the lowest to highest are 70, 85, 90, 95, 100, but here is already ordered. But when those are not ordered, first of all, initially we need to apply some ordering techniques. Right after it is ordered in one direction, either in the ascending order or in the descending order, we should be able to apply the median. What is the median? The median is 90, which exactly intersects the total data points in the middle. What if we have more than one? Since these values are 5, which is the odd number, we will be able to identify the median, which is only 1 point. But what if the total number of data points are even in number? Total number of variables are even in number. At that time, we are going to take an average of middle 2 points. Okay, for an example, there is one more data. For an example, there is here 65, 70, 85, 90, 95, 100. Now here what we will do is, we will take this middle 2 points, we are going to take the average and that will act as a mean. Okay, so exactly mean will get calculated. In the case of even numbers, we are going to identify the mid 2 numbers, mid 2 values, mid 2 data points, whatever you call. That mid 2 points average will be the mean. In the case of even numbered data points in the data set. The median is the middle value is 90, which divides the data into 2 equal parts. Mode is simple. List of the favorite fruits, apple, banana. The mode is apple. Already we know mode. The mode is what? The most frequently distributed value. What is the most frequently distributed value? In the earlier session, we discussed about a frequency distribution. In the frequency distribution, we understood two examples. The first example is ages. 25 is the most common age. Second thing is the apple. Second thing is the likes towards a fruit. Apple scores best. 40% of the people liked apple. There, apple will become the mode. 25 will become the mode. The most frequently distributed value will also be called as mode here. So these three things are important to identify the central point of an interest of the data set with respect to the interest of the data set. I hope you got the point. The first one is the average, second one is the mean, and the third one is the mode. This is how the central point of the data at a specific interest will be identified. And the next thing is the prescriptive analysis. I'll give you an overview of the prescriptive analysis. So far we talked about descriptive analysis. What is the descriptive analysis? Descriptive analysis will tell you what exactly happened in the past. Now the prescriptive analysis will predict about the future, will give you the predictions. Rather than the predictions, it will give you the corrective measures about the future. In the future, something is going to happen, which we already knew because of the descriptive measures, descriptive analytics. But the prescriptive analysis is going to give you, prescriptive analytics also is going to give you the corrective measures or the mechanism that one should follow to avoid something, if it is going wrong, right? So the definition, prescriptive analysis recommends actions to achieve desired outcomes. It goes beyond the predicting future scenarios by providing guidance on the best possible strategies of the decisions. Now it's just not predicting future scenarios. If the current trends goes on, maybe Tesla share may fare well. If the current trend goes on, maybe the gold share will fall down. This is what the hottest terms in the market, right? Gold is going down, Tesla share is going up. Just because of Trump is going to swear in, right? Now the thing is, for an example, there are several investors invested money on gold. But what about their future? If it just continues, obviously their total investment will be at stake. There has to be a corrective measure. Trump is not going to come down before 4 years. So there has to be a corrective measure by which they will be able to reduce the impact of this gold share, falling down, touching down the gold share. In other words, whatever exactly the words, I would say, the falling value of the share should not impact the interest of the investors of the gold. Okay, they just need to use some corrective measures. Our prescriptive analysis is going to help them a lot. It will give you not just a future analysis, it also is going to tell you what would be the futuristic actions to be taken in order to avoid. Okay, rather, one more example is, you just released a car in the market, but that is not being sold well. There are two options: recall that car model, rather make it appropriate, make some appropriate changes which actually can compete with the other car companies. So this will give you an idea what should be the decision to be taken for the near future to make our model performing well. Tools and how it works. It uses the data-driven model such as optimization algorithm, machine learning, decision trees to assess various scenarios weighing the potential outcomes of each, as we already discussed. Tools and techniques. More importantly, how do we automate? Manually we can make a decision. We know that Tesla car share is going up and a Volkswagen car share is come down. Rather, a model of the Volkswagen is not performing well. Recently they recalled Polo. They are about to release one more model. Would that model perform well? They need to analyze the market. If it comes out that the model is not performing well, they need to take some precautions and the measures to make this model performing well. manual decisions can be taken, but we should be able to automate this. For that, what should be the tools? We will use some optimization algorithms, linear programming and genetic algorithms are the algorithms which automate. And the next thing is machine learning, of course. The model what we are developing right now, the machine learning models, obviously you're doing for the future only, right? So the machine learning models like reinforcement learning, it's just a recommendation based on the real-time data. We get real-time data based on which it is going to give you the recommendations. What should be implemented, what should be the decision for the future. Simulation modeling helps forecasting outcomes under different scenarios. Monte Carlo simulation, they will give you simulation. What is simulation? Before a model is being released, there is something called a Monte Carlo simulation. The Monte Carlo simulation is a model which will simulate your model how it is going to perform. For an example, before you release this car into the market, if you actually can predict, get the data and feed it to Monte Carlo simulation, taking your model, it will be able to tell you how your model is going to perform, how your car is going to be, how well your car is going to be sold. This is called a simulation. Before you implement it, it's going to simulate the total outcome based on which you'll get the suggestions. Okay, decision trees, already we know what exactly are the decision trees and rule-based systems. Applications, prescriptive analysis often seen in the supply chain management. Optimizing inventory levels. What is supply chain management? Supply chain management meaning when you are about to buy a car, there is a supplier, there is a vendor through which you are going to get this. This vendor will have the inventory. There is something called inventory control. You cannot, the company cannot produce the cars at a lot. They need to confine the inventory levels. They just need to observe the market trends through which they will be able to know how many cars can be produced in the market at the current point of period. What exactly is the request rate? On that request rate, there should be an inventory control and there has to be a proper supply chain management. This is what supply chain management. Okay, this is more useful in the supply chain management, healthcare and finance. Of course, healthcare we discussed, more often we discuss is the healthcare and finance, right? Yeah, that's it from the session. Thank you.